Hi! In our video today, we're gonna talk about the concept of climate justice. What is climate justice?
According to the Center of Climate Justice and University of California, climate justice connects the climate crisis to the social, racial, and environmental issues in which it is deeply entangled. Climate justice recognizes the disproportionate impact of climate change on low-income communities and communities of color around the world, the people and places least responsible for a problem.
Exactly. And climate injustice actually exists in many different forms because of the inequalities in the societies that impact it. For example, racial inequality, gender inequality, economic inequality, social caste, geographical differences, colonialism, exploitation of indigenous people, immigration status, and discrimination against the elderly and people with disabilities. It is important, however, to recognize that these inequalities can overlap and intersect with one another on many different people and communities. So when you take action against climate change, it is crucial to know how your action impacts different groups of people and whether your impact is good or not. So what are some examples of climate injustice?
I learned a really good example in Jake Bittle's The Great Displacement. In the year 2000, when the mostly white neighborhood Woodland Trails West in Houston, Texas was destined to flood, wealthy white families were able to move to new suburban housing elsewhere. However, immigrants from Mexico and Vietnam moved into the neighborhood later, and 20 years later, the neighborhood became majority Hispanic and the housing there was very old. According to the book, flood bio participants from wealthier areas were more likely to choose similar neighborhoods to moving and to upgrade them, whereas those from low-income areas were more likely to have to move out of the city when their neighborhoods experienced a flood buyout.
Yeah, that really sounds horrible. Another example that I learned from the UN website is the indigenous people in Africa's Kalahari Desert. They are forced to live around government-drilled bores for water, and they depend on supply from the government in instances of extreme weathers. Rising temperature and rising wind speed makes their agriculture more difficult and also negatively impact their farming practices. What are some other examples?
I know that women are more likely to be affected by climate change because of their role in agriculture, raising children, and providing food.
Thank you for watching our video. Check out our future videos about climate justice issues related to Pakistan. See you!